Now I do think, oh god. He's going, no. Let's begin with a little shaman. What do they got for us? Oh my days. Honestly, one Doc Holiday is not always that good. Sometimes, you know, you don't get them right. You really got to get them on 4 or 5. Even in turn 6 sometimes it's too slow. Sometimes your opponent taunts and you're already behind and you can't even get your swings going. And then, you know, a Highlander deck is a huge price to pay. It's a huge price to pay. Let's go with Prison. Plus we can see the world's worst Prison RNG. These are terrible. I'm going to take Brewmaster. There is Excavate stuff you can do. Legendary Excavate stuff, maybe? I think all of these are okay. I think Herald is okay in Shaman, Mage, Death Knight. There's some good frost spells. But all night, I haven't had a single target removal answer to anything, and it's nice to have one. I love Wind Chill. I think Hellhound's fine. I think it's better than Scout, but hey, I hear him now. I went looking and I didn't see him. I love Fire Ellie. I love Shock Hopper. Okay, the Bellman is here. The RNG will be kind today. I mean, we started with a 12-win run. Deck was good. I've not really been offered great decks since then, although this is a good start to this deck. Let's go Shock Hopper, though. It's just cheap. Oh, I love Glaciate. I actually think Corporal's not as good these days. Nothing lives. Nothing ever lives. So, and like Broom's less common. When it came out, Broom was probably had like an increased offering rate. Cutter's okay too, but I'm a Glaciate main. Oh yeah, Sunspot. Sunspot's nifty. Love Nimbus and I love Prairie. Kind of need them both, but I'm gonna take the Prairie. I don't know. Turn the Tides is great. If you're bored of playing games, sometimes. Both are incredible. I like streaming more than I like playing Hearthstone, and I like playing Hearthstone, but I like streaming more. To me, streaming is like the game. Let's take this here. I like Lotus Agents. Like Knight Captain. We don't have any bad cards yet, right? What's our worst card? I guess Brewmaster. Our first pick was probably our worst, but Brew can be okay. I like Wandmaker, and Salesman's okay too. Wandmaker can get you Wind Chill, Lightning Reflexes. Those are pretty good cards. Wow. I guess I already have 2 7s, and I really want 1 Lightning Reflexes, but Containment Unit's good too. Farsight? Farsight could be kind of broken. I hate Totem, and I don't really want a second Brew. We would have had an active Frogman. I'm just gonna take this card for the high roll potential. Run up Frostbite. I don't like Doomhammer. Bolt. Could take this. Dang blasted elemental. Hello, sir. Cat's here. Yeah, he's here. He's partying down. Oh, he wants to slap things around here. Why don't you kill this? You love killing this. Okay. Alright, let's take the elemental. I don't really like overloading. Take the Drake over garbage. Oh, this will be a great YouTube video. They can see the greatness of him. I'm gonna take another Wand Maker, although Tar Creeper could be decent too. Go Wand Maker. Don't Stand's nice, but I'm gonna keep grabbing these Shock Hoppers. I like them. I like them quite well. Shock Hopper it is. Oh, I love Hodier. Man, we don't have any card draw though. These are all so good. Let's just take Hodier. I just like him. Let me just have some fun. If we had taken the Highlander card, we wouldn't be able to take that. Love Sleep Breaker. Shaman's good, man. Where's my... You know what we need? We need that 4 mana thing that gives a bunch of 3/6 elementals. That's what we need. Localar with 1 Wind Chill, 1 Frostbite, and 1 Glaciate seems okay to me. 2 Wind Chills. I mean, this card used to be good. These other cards are so bad that I think I'll take it, but it's not a great card. You can buy time, like freeze the board, and then Prison, maybe. Hex is nice. I like that elemental too. We have a lot of elementals. If you write !Sebastian, you'll get some random picks of him. True. All right, I'm gonna take this one. It's a good card if things work out. Trusty Companion's good too. Play a, you know, Shock Hopper into one of those. Like, it's hard to come back from that. Another Frostbite or an Ass Alright Giant. No, I'll pass. All right, one more card. We want Wildpaw Caverns. We got Glaciate. Not so bad. And then we get our Duel's Treasure. Duel's Treasure. Let's just see what it is. Pure Cold. Give your minions +1/+1 and taunt. He's not interested. Okay, there he is playing. Oh my god. You have to play this deck or right? Oh, I play every deck. I'm not Dreads over here. These treasures kind of don't really do it for me, but give your minions a buff and taunt. I don't even know what this does at the end, but I could blow the big horn. Could we ever just take this? Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Give me the Hunter's Insight. Oh, wait. Stop flapping your rope in my face. He may want to go out already.
Thrall versus Anduin. A just cause is always worth fighting for. For Doomhammer.
He's in an exploring mood, I think. Come in, kill some strings, go out, you know, explore the world. If this card was a Wildpaw Cavern, I would like our deck a lot more. You're making it too easy for him. The opponents earlier who conceded on turn 2. He likes it easy sometimes. Sometimes he likes it hard. He likes a challenge. He likes to mix it up. No prey would jiggle like that in front of his face. Some would. What about the jiggle beavers of Oregon? Gotta account for those. The jiggling beavers. He'll chase those down. Wow, can't believe we got raided by Judge, legendary Hearthstone arena streamer. That was good curve, good draws. Can't wait to get Prison of YOGG. Looking really screw me. Hey, what happened to Juicy? What happened to the Juice Meister Supreme? Jiggling beavers? That's right. That's right. They're out there. And they're scary. Chop and trade. Miss 2 to keep a 3/3. What the fuck happened here?
Elements guide me.
So we missed 2 to keep it 3/3. I think that's worth it. You just played a 2-mana 4/5 that stole my Prison of YOGG, undoubtedly. You're the only legendary Hearthstone streamer I know of. What about Forsen? I can hit and hit. I think what I'm actually going to do is just actually brew my guy, because I don't have a play. And I'll leave his guy up. And if he brews his guy, frankly, I'm going to be pissed. Where was his auctioneer? Ooh, hey, Chef Shaba, what's up, dude? What is that Dreads emote? Splashback? That's great. Oops. Is this a thing? No. Okay, that's what he took from where?
Thank you.
Why are you thanking me, truly?
You don't pick the wise.
Hey, Red, where did you get your card back? This one? Just from the reward pass. Thank you, truly. Play that. Trade there. I mean, it's probably the best I'm gonna get out of this stupid piece of crap. We're in for a long game here. Orson is in an insane asylum right now. Is that right? I'm working on something here. What do you think about that? I'll tell you one thing, those ain't the things to get. Proto Drake, reincarnate. Kolagarn, reincarnate. Something good. That would have been much preferred.
Hodir summons us.
The work of art. I see that lady's farting on him. I never had more than 8 wins. Do I do something wrong? Yes. You are not subscribed to Redbeard, and you do not subscribe to his YouTube. And I don't think it's possible to get 12 until you at least do those things. I see that card back from a lot of barcode players. Yeah, it's on the reward track, the Tavern Pass or whatever, but it's free, and I think it automatically equips it or something, like when you log in on PC. Chat could probably correct me if I am wrong, which is entirely possible, but I was under that impression. Wow, trade. Could have destroyed it. Could have frozen. My guy would have unfrozen at the end of the turn. Far sight. There is not much I can do about that. Why is it buffed from the future emissary? Oh, that was another one he got. Well, I'm just assuming he has my prison, which doesn't feel good. Reincarnate the Glaciate card. Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I was trying to get a rush or a death rattle, so I get some value off of it. Glaciate should be a nature slash... Oh, that's what he got for me? Could be worse, I guess. Could be better for me, but he has gone ultra wide. So a couple of AoEs might help. I got garbage though, huh? Really don't want to overload, but what can you do? Great card for the future? Maybe? I mean, it's a terrible card, but it might be all we can do. I can freeze. I can look again. I could just do this. I'm gonna be able to do this next turn. How much is that? 5, 10, 15? I'm dead. I'm dead. Frostbite something? Oh, we're just fucked, huh? Here's that way. Find a conductivity for the hex. That could have been nice. We did see 6 cards that didn't do that. Glaciate. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But he's trading. Don't understand why he's trading. Does he even remove anything? Barely. It heals me and removes 1 minion. So I heal for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. I'm fully healed. Maybe it gives me the tools to clear the board next turn. 5, 10, 15, 18, 21. I'm back down to 9. I mean, it could give me a prison turn next turn. I mean, he didn't kill me last turn. He would have if he didn't trade. Although maybe I would have... No, I would have just, like, maybe removed this. I think we could come back. Let's say he just got, like, a death and an initiation and a... I was going to say Nova, but Nova would actually be pretty bad for us. What's your average on how many runs? That'd be a better way to gauge how good you are. Yeah. You'd have to, like... People would have to, like, watch all your drafts. You'd need to, like, track your drafts and watch all your gameplay to figure out, like, how good you are or where your discrepancies are is a lot harder. Sorry, I just remembered I just kind of, like, made a little joke. It's a lot harder than just, like, hey, what do I need to do? Alright, give me help. 6 to the board. You know what? I'd consider that helpful. That's good. I have a hex. Do I need 2 hexes? Treasure? I don't really have any excavates, huh? Cheaper. Man, I hate that my deck can't really excavate. Healing Totem should heal your face. I think that would be fine. Please be nice, Anduin. I'm sorry for picking your alternative hero portrait last. I'm glad I have 2 hexes. I don't really need the second hex here. I could use it, but I don't think I need it. I could just do this here. Lose 1, push 6. Another healing totem, taunt totem. It used to heal face. I know it should heal face again, especially in this spot. I'd be at 11. I'd have a little bit more breathing room. Well, I am very glad I have 2 hexes for this Cairn or this second raw den he's about to play. God dang it. I'd actually rather have the deal 8. Oh, that's actually so annoying, man. Exit. Well, yeah, I still lose my guy. Damn it. Dragon? I have a dragon. I have a dragon. I have an elemental. I want the taunt though, don't I? Pull an elemental with rush.
I wonder.
Reincarnate? His guy? No. I think that's too much. You can just keep a crappy 6/6 or whatever. I'd rather do this, I think.
There is little time.
Do you think you can beat Dreads in a cage fight? Absolutely. Cage fighting is 90% mental. He has weak mental. Why not freeze? You could. What if he silences it and whacks me for 7 damage and then kills me? Almost forgot the prediction. We need the prediction. Just getting it off the board before he puts up 4 taunts or who knows what he might do. Hit here. Hit here. All the minions in your deck +1/+1. Would you rather face 5 dread-sized ducks or 15 duck-sized dreads? You know what? That's actually a really good question. That's a great question. That being said, I have one question for you that you must answer before I answer that for you. What the hell are you talking about? Who the hell is dreads? Where the hell am I? It's a taunt would be blended here. 15 dreads are too annoying. I would just stand and put my arms completely outright and spin in a circle and just like send them all flying that way. I think 5 dread-sized ducks is the way to go. Once you beat them, you can cook them and eat them. Is this a barcode shaman? Ours? No, I don't barcode. I'm Redbeard. I'm the shaman. You understand? The guy that plays all the decks. This isn't dreads. It's a strange question. Do you mean a barcode priest? In which case I would say, certainly, yes, absolutely. I must have lethal. 10, 11, 12, 13. Man, that's a hard throw. Get all the RNG in the world, a pristine deck, and traded away the game. 5 person-sized ducks would be terrifying. You could not differentiate between dreads and a duck-sized, dread-sized duck because their legs would be identical. He does have webbed feet. Tumbleweed saved the game. Yeah, we were lucky to get the Tumbleweed. But he gave us the opportunity to draw and discover by trading. So it's like, yeah, we got lucky, but he misplayed to give us a chance to get lucky. That was the misplay. And it's like, let's say we don't find Tumbleweed, or we don't find Lightning Storm, or we don't find Crash of Thunder, and we end up losing the game. That doesn't make it. That doesn't mean like he played well because he won. It means some percentage of the time. This time, he lost because he misplayed. Does that make sense? The duck's legs would be cleaner. Don't they poop all over their legs all the time? Oh yeah, I guess you're right. They still would be cleaner, huh? What with the, you know, dreads doing the same, plus never washing them, never getting into the water.
Can't go round.
I'm with you. I'm with you, chat. Sharper than fangs. All right, everybody spam. No, 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 there's no way. This card stresses me out so much. And they always have it on 3, and I always have it on 2. I don't understand. It really, it doesn't feel right. I get it. I, Redbeard, get it on 2. It's always drawn on 3. This is good. I'm just gonna play it. I have other dragons. I have 1, 2 more dragons. It's like I could play this and this. That feels bad. Frost, whatever. That seems okay. I guess I could overload this turn. Just kind of whatever. For the Hodier turns. We met a Yeti with charge. How many rogue wins? The last deck went 2. The previous one went 12. Well, I'm imagining a duck with a human proportioned legs. Well, you shouldn't if we're doing the dreads hypothetical still, right? You can imagine a pretzel stick. A very hairy pretzel stick. Feel my face, dude. I'm the one who's missing health. Misplay.
Pick the walks.
I mean, I could coin this, and then he could not kill it. And then I'll hex that. Do I want to look for a hex first? Not necessarily. I guess what I can do is look for an overload card first. That's not it. Okay.
The walls picks
When I'm a rogue and I have a wishing well in my deck, it's impossible to hold on to the coin. When I'm a shaman, I'll hold the coin the whole game. Hit this one. I trade here. Brothers, hold there some of this. You is rank 1501 with a rating of 0.76. Wow, that's not good.
Take this time to consider your
He gets 2 legendaries. One's a Hobart. Nope. One's a monstrosity of a overpowered. Nah, that card's okay. Well, a well-timed lightning storm should help me out here. I'm gonna just take elixir. Lightning bolt's okay, but I get to see 2 spells. Yeah, worst. I mean, hex is great. Worst case, I'm, doing the thing. But do I even take a lightning storm here? Yeah, I guess I actually do. That's better than hex, huh? What if I zap here, storm, zap here, storm? No, it's better to zap here, storm, and trade, and then only have to take 3 damage on this guy. Zap, storm. Could brew it back, replay it, just have like some inevitability against the priests, forcing them to like have these staggered 8/8s. Zap, storm. Okay. I'm overloaded. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I think there's an argument to just play Lotus and leave it up, let him death it, regret not having it. But I'm at 8. I'm at 8 mana crystals next turn, and I'm under no pressure right now, so could hex it. Can you do the mech card you used to do a lot? Messy, messy. That one? I like the brew idea. Yeah, they're okay. It's greedy, but it's a priest, so. Did someone sound a horn? Yeah, that one's like my favorite. One of my favorite voice lines of all time.
Oh dear summons us.
Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I don't want any more 8/8s. Just don't give me an 8/8, please. Okay, fine.
Hand is too full.
Oh, burned it. The best voice line is the book. You want to cast the spell? I want to cast the spell. The only card he can get is Tidal Wave. The only one he can get is actually Tidal Wave. When you cast that spell in... I know 8/8s because I was already committed hard enough to the board. He's either going to clear it all with a Deathwing, and I'm going to lose an extra 8/8, or he's not going to clear it all and he's going to die. But he got a Deathwing. Why did he concede after that? I mean, he had no cards. I had a deck full of free 8/8s. And he's probably sniping and knows I have a Hex for his Deathwing. I see that. Is that your favorite because it's a euphemism for farting? Messy, messy? Dude, if your farts are messy, you're either A, dreads, or B, need to see a doctor, or 3, all of the above. Missed you. What's up, Van Percy? What's up, Van?
Versus throw.
Do to zap the divine, then to prevent the heal. Zap the divine. No. No, we wanted to take less damage on our guy. We don't care about how much he heals, right? Oh, because we brewed it? Yeah, I guess, sure. Sure, but that's hindsight, right? We were talking through the whole turn for over a minute. But yeah, the game's a lot easier to play in hindsight, and life is a lot easier to live in hindsight. Unfortunately, they don't let you do it that way. You're pretty OP cheat code if you could. The Hodir one. Brothers Hodir summons us? That's a euphemism for farts? I've lost it. Living in the present we are. Haven't found a way to do it otherwise yet. Yet. There must be a way. There must be a way. Doesn't the card say that? Elephant's Guide. No priest has nature spells. Priest only has one nature spell, so the only card he can get is... Oh, wait, I'm wrong. Wait, it's not... I was thinking of that thing. What is the nature? He got a nature spell. What's his one nature spell? Let's do this first. I'll draw. I'll be the one that draws. God dang it. Come on, dude. Wait, did they change the way that card works? Wait, did they actually fix that? Blizzard? Fixing something? Whirlpool? Yeah, but Whirlpool's not in, is it? Normally it's Whirlpool. That's what I was thinking of. He got one...
I wonder.
Pendant of Earth. Oh, that's in the mini set? That's in nature? Oh, okay. Today, we had a 12-win rogue today. Ah, now there's a terrible card. Here's a nice piece of shit. Spend 3 mana, get a 2 mana discount when most of your deck costs more. With the expansion, priest has 2 natural spells, Whirlpool and the 3 mana discover and gain 1. Okay, well, I don't think Whirlpool's in, but yeah, okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you now. So if I play 1, that costs 1 and that costs 3. We give up the 2/2 and then we draw the Glaciate and then we play the Glaciate on curve. Or we might be unlucky enough to draw a Wind Chill. Isn't that duels card bad? What were the other choices? They were worse. But I wouldn't call it bad. I would call it not good. Which may seem like there is no difference, but I think there is. Personally, I think there is. The biggest problem with this card is if your opponent can ignore it, you get no buffs. Tell me I've got a mech in my deck somewhere. I have not a single solitary mech. I have a card or 2 that care about elementals. There's just like never a world where I want to cast either of those 2 cards. I don't think. But I'm just going to force him to play his minions, or maybe he's just got AoE into AoE, whatever. And then we'll get punished, but that could increase the stats on my board. Sure. Yeah, I'm down now. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. Did you hear me, chat? I'm not afraid anymore. Like, I'm not afraid, but... You tell me how many buffed? No, not really, huh? Wait, that could actually be kind of good for us at some point, maybe. Real voice. No, I was doing Kevin McAllister. Just freeze it for a few turns. Can't be. It's so great to have you back. Let me ask you something. Where the hell have you been? Potato man. Where the hell have you been? Alright, so what do we do here? Do we have a play that's not... The question is, do we have a play that's not YOGG? I guess it's possible. You could see what you get. You know what? Why destroy my own board when I can destroy his whole life? Oh, don't worry though. I'll be ratting. Honestly, if that rat's alive, I'm brewing the rat back and playing it. Are you Kevin McAllister? We haven't seen you in the same room at the same time. It's suspicious. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fear the rat. Fear the rat. Think the rope. I don't want him to pull this. I guess he can pull this. I have nothing to brew. I have nothing to do. I could freeze it just to cycle. 7, 6, 1. It's all crap. At least a better pull. Brew the rat. I was going to. But I figured, why brew the rat on my turn? Then he's gonna, like, you know, he's gonna know things. I would have frozen the 1/1 frog. Where the hell have you been? There you go. Or are you asking me where I've been? I've been here. Playing Hearthstone in my underwear with my friends. Begging for followers. We're trying to get to 43,000. We're at 42,526. Which is, you know, basically there. I'll tell you, there's 2 things that are going to happen here. He's either gonna die or his totem's gonna die. Uh-oh. These youngsters don't know that Rag can't attack. I think you're right. Oh my god, I hear the loudest ringing in my ear right now. This deck's like mine. Only he has a trick totem, so it's better. We've been on for 5.5 hours. We have 1,200 rabid fans here. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. You go for 33% lethal? Yeah, but no need, right? Am I okay? Yeah, I always have ringing in my ear. Not always, but like, I used to go to a lot of concerts. I'm old too. Like, I mean, I've been alive for 36 years. So lots of parts of my body don't work anymore. They like gotta falter. You turn 40, 45. They probably falter more frequently, I would imagine. Once a week, 20 seconds of ringing, you know? Crap like that. Oh, I love this song. Dude, we should listen to more Dead Life. I haven't thrown any Dead Life on in a while. It's been around the block. I have been around the block. Hope it doesn't get worse. Well, it ain't gonna get better. I was talking to my sister like a couple years ago. Let's say a couple months ago. I don't know. I was talking to my sister. And I was like, oh man, like my body hurts. Or like, oh yeah, what's going on with this? Had some problem at the time. And she's like, you know, I was like, you think it's gonna get better? You know? She's like, no. I'm like, what? It's like, well, you're not, you know, how's it gonna get better? I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, no, it's just gonna get worse. This is the best it's gonna be for the rest of your life. It's like, oh man, that stinks. It stinks. And she's, you know, she's probably right. You could brew it back just to recast it. We end up with less on the board. One more power, but one less minion. What's the worst class for this arena set? Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter is statistically the worst. You do the head banging. I don't know if anybody else in chat would consider what I do to be head banging ever. It's actively bad for me. I guess what we got is the ability to get an extra draw to see if we could hit something more viable. And as a result, we'll just get the 3-2 and add a card to our hand. Look at it like a 4-mana 3-2. It draws you a overdraft. Oh, Lord. Maybe I'll get a very expensive overload card. Like, nothing overloads you for more than 1. This is such a dumb card. Or 2, right? It's like everything's 2. I gotta sneeze. It's gonna be bad, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for that follow, though. Get this down now. Yuatin, thank you for your follow. Head bonging then. Like, just like a bobbing of a... casual bobbing of a head, maybe. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I'm not here to argue, you know. Your eat is ringing. Did you pick it up? That typo was good. Ear. Ear 8. I know what you mean. Is your ear ringing? Bopping? Bopping? Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. I don't have the AoE. This card's great when you do, or when you have the prison. It's like, well, not great. It's like less bad. What does he take from me? Glaciate. Glaciate. It's hard to get away from Glaciate. People love glaciating. Wait, what? Took that from me, or that's his? This card doesn't specify, huh? I don't hate that, I guess. Yeah, sure. What the fuck? Why is he daggering? Oh, daggering after and drawing. Oh yeah, I like it. Pretty good. Dagger after. Don't waste the durability. Draw a card. Gets a coin. I kind of would prefer not to draw this card. I guess I have so many cards. It would be kind of good. And even with the Malagos, it would have been kind of good. But in general, I just don't want to draw that card. He must have passed a Hex. No, I guess he could have got a Frostbite and like a Farsight. And he's like, well, fuck this. What even was the Bop It toy? What did it do? Did you never have it, or you just like don't know? Or you just... Bop It was like Simon Says kind of with a little toy. It would tell you to bop it or twist it or pull it. And it had like a little thing you could bop. Another part of the toy you could twist. Another part of the toy you could pull. Really need a Hex. Shows how effective the ads were. Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Yeah! Did it scream at the end? I guess you're right. I kind of remember that. Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Yeah! There's the Hex, which comes down after we hit him in the face. For 12. Then we Hex it. Good lightning. Aftershock doesn't look so good now. Lightning could be the reach we need. I can also hit him in the face this turn, right? Turd the tides. Think the rope. And we'll just freeze something just to give him fewer options this turn. That toy sounds terrible. I mean, every toy is terrible when you know, to an adult. When you're a kid. We didn't have Bop It. My friend, I believe, Taylor Rands had Bop It, and we played Bop It at his house. And yeah, it was kind of stupid. Like, Bop it, pull it, bob it, twist it, jack it. What? Simon says you can twist it. Did Blizzard design this toy? Probably Hasbro. Probably the has-beens at Hasbro. I have to release some gas right now. I took Jade Lightning because we were close. If he was at a heftier life total, I might have taken Aftershocks, and then instead you clear this board and keep playing the game, you know, if he's at 20. So, kind of the status of the game dictates what we took there, and then it ends up working. But either one is good, right? That's the thing. It's like in Hearthstone, you just never miss a draw. And every card can generate another card. So it's like when you're behind, it's like you kind of can't come back a lot of the time. Let me rephrase. Like your opponent never misses. In Magic, sometimes your opponent draws a land into a land, and you draw whatever, a cheap minion into a cheap minion, or you know, a Doomblade or whatever. You kill a minion, and then the game kind of like reaches parity again. But I guess that's not true because there is a lot of like, my opponent has a giant board, and I can't come back, and then I cast Tumbleweed, and I have a board, and their board's gone. There is sort of that, I guess. Like, that's kind of the opposite of the point I was trying to make. It's almost too much of that. There's like too much like coming back. There's too much coming back. Playing aggro is like Simon says, but every color is green. 4 games, treasure stolen from the deck 3 times. Good, I don't want it. Except it's kind of good when you have a YOGG. What would be our best draws are like Shock Hopper into like Wand Maker, and then we can curve out while still getting a mana discount on cards. Hey Keck W, how are you, man? Wow, Juicy came in, donated 10,000 bits, and then what, went to bed? Left. What a guy. I'm gonna save this. We're gonna hero power and then see if we can just get 1 or 2 more discounts, depending. I mean, if I pick up like Brewmaster, if I get Brewmaster, I'll just totem. Oh, he's shocking. He's hopping. The hippin' and the hoppin' and the bippin' and the boppin'. What's my best draw? Honestly, like I would even probably just take like a big card. Maybe not Sunspot because I'm gonna trade it away. Maybe not too big because my hand currently does nothing. It's not up to me. I'm just thinking out loud. If I play this into this, I'm overloaded and I can't Knight Captain. That feels pretty bad. I might just play this depending on what he does here. Oh, well, kind of annoying. Lightning Reflex. I don't really have a choice.
Hang on! It's a rocky. Here comes the drop.
I might totem next turn, though. This is one of my favorite toys as a kid. Poochie. Poochie? Oh, I remember this guy. Sega Toys. $25? Poochie is a robotic toy dog. I think I remember that. Or at least something similar enough.
That's incredible.
Talkboy? Popular pages? Talkboy? I had a Talkboy. Poochie. He could make dog noises. He could sing, sit, stand, wiggle his ears, and open his mouth. It came with interactable bone toys when singing a song. Another nearby Poochie or Poochie spinoff would start singing the same song. Wow, that does sound great. What an incredible toy. I'm getting incredibly boned here. I should have played this first. I guess I get a totem. Should have tried to discount what I get here. Fuck me. Oh, that Ray Estraza ain't ever getting played. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dupes. I'll take this. Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna YOGG next turn. So I'm just kind of hoping I can clear whatever he does this turn. Imagine all the things going off in the dark. My sister had a Furby. Oh, you wretched. Oh, that, never mind. I thought it was every card. My sister had a Furby, and that thing, I swear, we took the batteries out once, and it was still talking. We buried it in the backyard. I don't know if she remembers that. I do. I still have nights where the Furby comes to visit me. You trolled me. I lost 2 games in a row. I don't know what that means. I don't troll. Nice start. I targeted one of those. Oh, one dies. Actually, wrong order, maybe. And finally, something good here. Okay. Well, alright, I'll take it. That was pretty good. It's way better than I usually get. 3 beneficial and 1, like, completely neutral. And I could have pointed it at 1 and maybe had a full clear. YOGG. YOGG literally trolled me and I lost 2 games. YOGG, don't worry about this. Don't lose faith. You've also maybe already incurred YOGG's wrath with what you wrote. But if I can give you any advice, it would be to... Why the fuck is he still getting cards? I can't... Oh my god, I'm so fucked. Is that good? Not really. It kind of is. You gotta have faith in YOGG. Sometimes he wants you to lose 2 games so that you can win 12 in a row. But you might have already fucked up. But for next time. YOGG is a forgiving overlord. I could take a zap here. Kill the 3-4. Tidal Wave that I can't cast. But at some point, at some stage of this game, I'm gonna need to gain some life. Man, the difference between having a Wild Paw and not having a Wild Paw is the difference between being at 15 with minions on the board and not being at 15. Which is where I unfortunately currently find myself. 3, 3, 3. Everything's got 3. I can kill 2 of them. No, I can't kill 2 of them. I can kill 1 of them. Pretty good start. They're not all dead. Order lul. Excuse me? Oh, wait, no. No, wait, not that one. Ah, okay. You even got a buff. Let's throw that in. Let's grab this guy out of here. Nice little snowball.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Sure, you know what? I'll take it. Could have been a bit better, but, you know, could have been a lot worse, and usually is. Furbies are a black magic. I loved my Furbies. Yes, plural. What's cuter than a Furby? Furby scared me. Not Furbies like specifically, but things like Furbies, they scared me. Particularly Chuck E. Cheese. I have a vague memory now, which was probably a very vivid memory for a long time in my life, of like the monsters, the mouse kind of like coming to, you know, give me a hug or smell funny, or like all the animatronic things that would sing songs. That stuff scared me when I was, I don't know, I must have been like 5 or 6 or something, 4 maybe, I'm not sure.
Drink with me, friend.
I read you instead of YOGG as well. What the crap? What did he just do? What did he brew back? Oh, the shit maker. Sorry, the sleet breaker. Oh, so I can trade, free trade, drop an 8. Let's play the rest of the game with good draws in my deck. Sounds reasonable to me. While I'm low, I don't think I'm really all that behind here. Could draw a beast. If we want, we can draw an undead if there's one in my deck. I have 0 copies of either. Oh, wait, that's not true. I could draw a shock hopper. Sure. Why not? Increases my odds of hitting my Frost Tyrant. Increases my odds of hitting my Sunspot Dragon. Literally the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, those same things. Those would have scared me if I was a kid. You know, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't like that scared. I wasn't that scared as a kid. Mostly very brave. Bit of a pioneer. Trailblazer, some would say. But I kind of remember going into Chuck E. Cheese as, I must have been in kindergarten. So whatever age that was, 4 or 5. And I must have been around the same time. I remember going into a Chuck E. Cheese and being terrified. And then like a few days later, them doing like an event at the school, and like people in costumes came out and they had like a laser light show, and I remember like freaking out again. But that's like it. Other than that, I was so brave. All right, we're gonna do this, even though it's usually terrible. This way I don't die. And I can take his head off. And that's nice. YOGG Saron is the arena god, yes. In Constructed, they don't respect YOGG Saron. In Arena, we do. The fact that you went was a feat. I couldn't do that to Chuck E. Cheese. I can't imagine. It must have been somebody else's birthday party. Like I said, I had never had a birthday party until my 23rd birthday. And I have had one. And my birthday party, I went to dinner with my friends instead of my family. A girl I was dating organized my friends to come to a restaurant without telling me, which was cool. I thought that was cool. I hope she's doing well. I think she got married somewhere along the line. My friend told me that she got married. And, you know, I think I like follow her on Instagram. I don't go on Instagram. But my friend told me she got married. He's like, oh, did you hear like so-and-so got married? I was like, oh, no. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm sure you were looking all the time. I was like, no, I really wasn't. It's not a big deal that she told me either. Didn't care. Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it can be a dangerous place, that Chuck E. Cheese. You know what? I care what the hell too much about Twitch chat. Maybe you didn't have friends till you were 23? No, I had friends. We just didn't invite people over to our house. You know, it wasn't a house where people went to. This is why you trust in YOGG, because he's gonna do what needs to be done, one way or another. I'm gonna get you know who. I'm gonna get you know what. At least you had a house by 23. Me? Who are you talking to? Not me. I've never owned a house. I have crippling streamer debt, but it's okay. We're working on it. We've got 1,100 viewers here today. Certainly everybody will donate $1 and rent will be covered, right? I saw an item on Chuck E. Cheese from John Oliver. What's a house? Cardboard box with the trash can blocking the entrance. If you're lucky, somebody doesn't steal your trash can. I'd call it a tie. Everybody knows half his income for the rest of his life and is newborn to Twitch.com Corporation. I do? Crap. When you stream, you know what's funny? Because when I worked at Target, you knew like, oh, this is pay week. We got paid every other Friday, I think. So they'd be like, oh, I'm not getting paid this week. Okay, but I'm getting paid next week. Yeah, like, okay, I can do this. With streaming, like, you'll never know when you're getting paid for anything. I'm sure other streamers are better at like tracking this stuff and keeping track and so on and so forth, but you just kind of never know, which is kind of good. Well, it's mostly bad, but it's kind of good. I was talking to somebody, one of our sponsors, that owed us money, and I was like, I kind of feel like it's been a while. I feel like I should probably get paid already, or maybe soon. So I messaged them, and you're messaging like a person who knows a person who you're messaging somebody down the line. And I was like, oh, hey, just a heads up, I'll try to be polite too. I was like, I haven't seen that money yet. Any word on that, And they're like, oh yeah, it's getting taken care of soon. And I got a message, and this was like 10 days ago, where I already thought I would probably be getting paid around then. They're like, oh yeah, like maybe the end of January. Like, oh, okay. Well, I hope that happens. The end of January.
I wonder.
Almost the end of January. Keep my fingers crossed, I guess, that I can eat. That I can eat food next month. Soon TM. Red's taking your lunch money. No. Dreads is weak. Remember, mental. Cage matches 90% mental. If I were to get a house in my area, I'd have to pay well over $1 million. Where do you live? Beverly Hills? What happened here? He's burning stuff? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got a plan. Oh god. Can't play that. Kind of sounds like he says like you're an ice hole. Like you're an asshole, maybe? You're an asshole. Frankly, you're an asshole. Could I overload this turn? I guess I might as well. If I can freeze him forever. What was that old card? The whenever you play a card, your opponent, you destroy 3 cards from your opponent's deck. 5 mana, 8/8. And it was like, it's such a good card, but except when your opponent could freeze it a few turns in a row, and then it was so bad. 5 mana, 8/8. Fel Reaver. Fel Reaver. What's he burning here? Wait, he's drawn. Wait, I guess that's fine. I've only got 3 fucking mana. A flippin' mana. Maybe this ain't fine. Could shoot there. Double trade there. I need to kill it still. I mean, I don't really have that much to do for the corn dog's spirit. The corrupted dude? He wasn't corrupted. Fel Reaver wasn't corrupted. There was another one though, I think. I think there were 2. Maybe there was a corrupted one too. This is the Chuck E. Cheese segment by John Oliver. Oh my god, I can't watch this, half an hour long. Alright, well now we find the answers, right? Now that he has 800 minions on board. I only have 5, I have 6 mana. What was I supposed to do this game? Could shoot that. Let's see what we hit. If we completely whiff, maybe we just shoot the 3/3. I'm gonna take the tumbleweed. I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna get 1 spell. I'm gonna hope that tumbleweed lines up here. I trade the 3/3 instead of hitting with face. Trade the 3/3? Get a taunt minion, right? I don't know. I take less damage, I guess. Still don't kill it. That's unfortunate. I could look, but I mean, it probably doesn't. Sometimes the game is bugged. Yeah, I don't know. It's just about like taking damage and not taking damage. I feel like we were falling behind. Right? I wish he discarded something better. All right, we just have to clear this board. It's actually not the worst. Minion with taunt is in the way. Oh, there goes the Fel Reaver. Oh my god, it's so good. As long as I wasn't dead. I have outs though. Hex. I guess I need to get a bolt or something, or a lightning. Whatever. Lightning storm. We might still be dead, but he's out of cards. Taunt. Now here's the question. Where were all of his sludges? Lotus Agent. 1 big taunt? Could look first for a YOGG or a Drago. Thank you for the follow, Drago. We could look for a Sunspot or a Prison. We could. Another Glaciate? That could allow me to look. Let's me Totem too, maybe. Oh, Taunt. Does that ever keep me alive? Some small percentage of the time it might. With a Taunt Totem, it's much more likely, right? It's much more likely. It's attacking so fast that I feel like I'm dead. A Nailbiter? Yeah, close one. I think we played it okay. It's just really hard to beat a 4 mana 7/7 in general. Multiple 4 mana 7/7s. What are the taunts? Was there a better taunt we could have gotten? I mean, we got a taunt. If we hit Prison, if we had hit Sunspot, we had a ton of outs for sure to win that game. Ton of outs. But there's only a few things. You know, you can just play perfect, 0 mistakes, get screwed by the RNG, play out of your goddamn mind. Sometimes it happens, you know? Sometimes it happens. Thunder was offered. Yeah, sometimes I bring the thunder. Sometimes I bring the lightning. Yeah.
Welcome to Dog Poop in the Mouth.
Holy fuck, I can't watch 3 minutes long ads.
Alright, here we go. Hey, XNU, thank you for the 3 months, 2 in a row. Can't watch 3 minutes of ads. Oh, did they play ads right when I got up? Well, I guess that's kind of convenient, but I also hate the ads and appreciate the subscriptions. But yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? Going second, 4 mana 7/7. Say goodbye to 15 health basically. So
I never never turn down a good
If we had an extra 3 health or whatever, you'd be fine. If we had an extra 1 mana crystal the whole game, we probably would have been fine. But maybe we'll go first this game. And we'll have that mana crystal and maybe we'll YOLO high roll this card.
Drink with me, friend.
I'm abusing Diligent Note Taker with Holy Book. Shame on you. You can shoot your own Note Taker. Get it back.
Not even me.
There's no one, not even me. Well, I want to play this, but I better do this. It's funny, we played the same card, effectively. Only... Wait, I could have kept a 3-2, couldn't I? Mine overloads me and makes me take damage. Honestly, if he daggers me here, like if he daggers and floats a mana, I would actually prefer that. Minus 1 HP. Yeah, it's fine. I like that he's not developing anything here. Maybe the 1 mana like motivates him. No, I want it. No, I would have done that. I would have got it. Glaciate's pretty good too. All right, acceptable. Acceptable. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, maybe don't do that, but you could do that. That's something to think about. When you get an 8-drop on turn 5, it can be very strong. It can be very strong. Wait, I only have 1 frost spell left. No, I have the frost bites too. Never mind. This will unfreeze. So will this. I don't like playing off curve, and I like squeezing out a couple totems here or there if I can, but having the ability to maybe keep a Kolagharn alive and not get hit by, like, you know, silence is okay. If he's taking 6, I mean, you kind of have to, right? But if he's just taking 6, I don't really care about that. Taking 6 to using his card inefficiently. There's nothing in there yet. I mean, we obviously would have got something, but... I had the opportunity to Diligent Note Taker plus Holy Book plus the spell. Cast on the neighbors. Oh, conductivity.
The whispers. I can't resist.
So what am I doing now? Prison on his face? I could just drop another frozen 8-drop. I mean, this could backfire, and we're very far ahead. I guess what I could do is play this, overload, push 12, and then just have a lot more flexibility with how and when we kill him. Those runs are my favorite. Which runs? The runs where you have all the good cards and you're getting good RNG and you're playing well? Those are the best runs I found. Playing well, having strong cards, getting lucky. That's what I like the most about Hearthstone Arena. I've said for a while, and I really somewhat believe this. They should just let the streamers get, like, a little... grease the wheels a little bit. Stronger decks. Throw a couple bots against the streamers. But don't tell everyone they're bots. Don't even tell the streamers. You know, close games, but then, you know, they just make one misplay and then you win. And then if any of the streamers' viewers are, you know, they can have a bonus too. They can have a bonus too. And then we'd all sit around talking about how great Hearthstone is and how fun it is all the time. JUV, thank you for the follow. They already do. Not on this channel, though. They do it for Dreads. They do it for Forsen, but they don't do it for me. I think streamers that spend a lot of time playing should be involved in balance? Yes and no. Definitely no. The issue is, you know, we're in a Discord where we all talk about shit and we all bitch and moan about everything all the time with the devs and stuff like that. And everybody wants different things all the time. Every streamer wants different cards nerfed and different cards buffed and different cards. Everybody wants something different all the time. So, like, I'm sure that the actual dev team has similar things where, like, somebody wants to make this card and somebody's like, oh, let's do this. It's like, okay, I'll let you do this. Like, their boss is probably like, I think Celestalon is kind of like oversees that stuff. He's like, all right, you can have this, but you can't have this. It's like, oh, okay. So it really wouldn't, like, solve any problems, I don't think. Not really. It's a cool idea and all, don't get me wrong. But, and I'm not even trying to like meme or anything or diss anyone. some of the streamers, okay, like for example, we'll use Dreads because we always talk about Dreads, and I think he would agree with this. Like, he just complains about any card that's played against him that beats him. So if a card beats him, then it's bad design, by, you know, per his description of it. And it's like, well, Dreads wouldn't balance anything. It wouldn't matter. Whatever good card he made that he played with and beat somebody with, that then somebody played against him, would then be bad design. Like, it would be this never ending. You would never be able to do anything, you know? So it's like, not all the streamers would have the desire or the experience to really balance things. And I'm not even saying I would, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that, like, the streamers, I don't know. It's easy to say, like, oh, just do this and this. It's really hard to make a game that people actually care about, that people can remain invested in, that, you know, people are balanced. You know, there's balance involved and all that. It's hard to do that. It is easy to continually shit about these things, shit upon people, and, you know, insult their efforts. That part's easy. That part I've got down. That part I've got down. I don't know how to do it, but the only fun I have with this game is just watching it. How you do it? Oh. I don't know. Well, it's a lot. Like, I watch people play Magic, the Gathering, and I play some Magic, but, like, it can be very fun to watch high-level players play Magic, the Gathering, for me. And I can play it, and I'm better than the average player, but I'm not, like, that good. And it can be very stressful playing it. Oh, what do I take? What do I do? How do I draft? What play do I make? Oh, I fucked up. Oh my god. You know, it's a different experience for sure watching somebody else with some level of proficiency play it. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe just like listening to Redbeard or talking to him or whatever. That's fine too. I will absolutely allow that. I have a question for the game. How long? I have a feeling I'm gonna hit his face. So freezing here it makes double sense. How long, shit, is my guy frozen for? I feel like he was frozen for an extra turn. Am I crazy? Who's Dreads? Dreads is my my arch nemesis. There's no streamer server, no streamer luck. You watch a lot of Dreads, so again, yeah, that stuff exists for sure. 100% confirmed. Dreads is on it. Dreads has it. I think it's because his wife works for Blizzard, or it's because he threatened to take his computer mouse and storm home if he doesn't get the good RNG. But the rest of us are out here playing legitimately, and it's harder. We've all been lied to. Are the streamers superior players due to playing the game for hours on end, year after year? I highly doubt that. Well, dose of coffee, yes. Judge, of course. Save file 17, no question about it. Dreads, yeah. Streamer server, luck. Oh, that makes sense. Amanda's fixing it all once again. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know so much about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I wonder if it will ever unfreeze. It finally fucking unfroze. 9 turns. Can't believe they allowed it to freeze. I can't believe they allowed it to freeze for 9 turns. I have a horsey. How you do it? NA Arena's really getting out of hand. 3 out of 4 is an eBay deck. I don't even play on eBay anymore, King. I don't even bother playing. Did I say eBay on NA? I don't play on NA. Calriel, one of the smartest minds in the game. I don't know if he's here right now. Legitimately one of the smartest minds I've ever met, and I've never even met him. Has, you know, crunched the numbers, and he speculates that Asia and NA are almost equivalent amount of bots at this point. Like, purchased accounts, spotted, all that crap. NA is a literal hellhole. Yeah, but how about the arena server, though? How do you how do you feel about that? Whenever Red says, I'm not trying to shit on you, but he's about to shit on you. Red has shit 618 times in 6 years? Might need to call 911.
Your soul shall be mine for Doomhammer.
I had an 11-win run the other day, and my last 6 opponents were all random letter names. Were you on NA? Why are there less bots on EU than NA? In China? Asia? The Asia server? I don't know. This card is at its best in my opener, isn't it? I would imagine there's I think the highest player base is actually on EU. So it dilutes the pool a little bit with real players. I think more real players partially. I think it's also like a latency thing, right? Like maybe you get the least latency on NA and Asia. So if you're gonna bot around and whatever, you rather play there. I think it's also a time zone thing, maybe too. Chinese servers seem to line up around this time. It's also a time thing, right? Like when you as an individual play. The Chinese servers seem to, when I play overnight on NA, I just get completely rolled all night at this time. So I think that's part of it too. But just overall, I don't know. There are no barcodes. Kids these days just can't spell. EU's definitely a bit better. Well, again, if you look at the 1, 4, 5, if you look at the leaderboards, you can just see like a dramatic difference. And this has always been the case, regardless of the barcodes. Like the best players playing on NA and playing on EU have always had higher averages on EU. The parameters to make the leaderboard in the old system on EU, you always had to average higher, but like the better players did average higher on EU. And I've always speculated without any overt confirmation. It's because there's a higher player base, which means you're going to play against a higher percentage of lower quality players on that server. But it also means that you're going to have a higher number of high quality players overall also on the server. But you also have a substantially higher percentage of exceptionally low quality players, because it's a lot harder to be really, really good than it is to be really, really bad. You know, does that make sense? That's been my thought. But it's always been the case that EU has had higher averages across the board for players. But now it feels more pronounced because of the barcodes, which seem to, you know, you seem to experience it less on NA. And maybe these are all barcodes, I don't know, but you're not seeing the, you know, you're not seeing the collection of letters and stuff. Like, I would speculate that none of these are barcodes, although I do think a lot of these single names, oh, you can't really see it. I think a lot of these single names might also be kind of a little suspicious. Jocelyn, Mark, Fred, like I see a lot of that now that I didn't see a year ago. It feels more common. Could do this. Also shoot one. Yeah, it's fine. Holy Garn. I think I'll just take the rag. I get to kill something, probably. And let's just freeze this one. So I have the Knight Captain target. It's only bad if it hits specifically that one. But if I froze this one and it hit that one, then that would be bad. Dreads is another barcode name. I do think personally Dreads pushes it really far. Like, at this point, he probably shouldn't complain about the barcodes, considering how many decks he retires. But, I mean, what are we gonna do? We can't stop him. We tried. We tried, and we failed. I don't love it, but it buys me a little time to maybe, like, something. Can't stop him. We tried. He's too strong. Not in physical strength or mental strength, but in, you know, incredible RNG and, magnetic prevention. I mean, you can still magnetize it. But yeah, I guess. Do you have a mech, magnetic mech we know about?
It's completely safe. Just don't.
Definitely not leg strength. What's a barcode? You can do exclamation mark purchased. Sorry we have to harp upon it all the time. But right now, I don't really feel like I'm harping upon it so much as just casually discussing it amongst friends, you know? Brew it back, but I can't replay it. Nothing has 3 health, so the captain is kind of shit. But I guess what it allows me to do is something like this. Which, while not good, at least passes as decent. And then maybe he can trade, pull something big, and we can look for a hex. We can also get another draw looking for a hex naturally, right? Organically. He developed pelvic thrust strength from all the bouncing. Probably not the love making. If I was Amanda, I wouldn't do it with him ever. I'd probably, you know, find somebody better looking, more successful, handsome, kind, humble. But, you know, the situation she's found herself in, I would do it like twice, maybe, to get the wonderful children, and then I would just, I'd tell him no, no more. We're not doing this. Not a chance. Fly comes. Fly comes. Thank you for your follow. Do you have another one? Where is this from? Oh, he has a demon. Well, fuck that then. I'm not gonna deal with it. Deep water dingus? Dude, that's horrible. Am I overloaded? I'm not overloaded. Dude, my turn, my hand, my cards. Why do they all stink? Why do they all stink so bad? Alright, I added a lot of cards to my hand. Surely now, you know, he'll feel... What the hell? I thought this card used to be good. Honestly, this card's not as good. There's no Pack the House. I don't know why I'm always excited to see it in draft. It seems to be very good for giving me cards from 2015 that I don't want. It's good that he has good friends like you that retires a deck here and there, so it doesn't look as bad for him. Yeah. I really do retire like once a week. And he retires like 4 times a day, and then says he retires like once a month. But that's not true. That's not true. Jocelyn sounds like a barcode name. I don't think anybody's been named Jocelyn since the late 70s, and those oldies aren't playing Hearthstone. I worked with a gal, her name was Jocelyn, and she was like, she worked for somebody who worked for me. Like, somebody worked for me, like under me, and she worked under them. She was very nice. Man, if I could just hit this one more time. I guess I can bolt it. I can Michael Bolt him. She used to tell me all the time how she really wanted fake boobs. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm just working, so thanks, but you really don't have to tell me about that. She'd always tell me how badly she wanted fake boobs. And then finally she got fake boobs, and I told her, hey, cool, whatever. You know, happy for you. Don't want to look at them or touch them or anything like that. But yeah, she was always like, oh, I really want it. She was very, you know, not very mad. Did I pay for them? Well, of course, you know. Of course. Did they bring her happiness? You know, I don't really know. She had a husband and some kids. I don't really want this anymore. She had a husband and some kids, at least. And I oftentimes thought, like, maybe I don't need to be, you know, learning about this or hearing about it. It's a 1-mana 7 drop, right? Sorry, I had to think about that turn for a second. If it's his gold that he's owned through the years of playing, he retires off as he wants. When Chinese bots farm gold and sells again, it's not okay? I mean, yeah, sure. I'm just kind of memeing a little. You can do whatever the hell you want with your life. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, there is a difference between somebody buying an account and retiring 14 times or 100 times. Somebody playing for 10 years and having some gold and retiring your deck. There is a difference. I agree. The jokes aren't as funny that way, right? You gotta ride the tides. You gotta, you know, you gotta identify the Twitch trends. And, well, it's very clear that people respond to poking fun at Dreads because of how he acts and how he behaves. 4-4. Turn 4-4! 4-4! He'll never get anything good. I'm pushing 8, and I don't give a crap. I don't give a... Wait, actually, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should trade. Let's see if I get a taunt or a thing. Oh, I got a thing. Something's gone. If I die here, then I die. If I die, I die. I'll eat something, right? How do you do that so well? What did I do? Sorry, I missed whatever I did. But I definitely did it on purpose. Is Dreads that goofy IRL, or is he just like that on stream? I doubt he's like that IRL. Dreads is less like he is on stream in real life, but he's very spazzy. He's almost like a movie nerd. Like an IRL movie nerd. But not like, oh, he's like doing calculations on... He's like getting real close to you and like poking you and like, you know? Like getting in you and going like, you know, like getting in your face and stuff like that. I don't know if nerd's like the right word. Like spaz is more like it. Like the description of an 80s character that they would call a spaz. He tones down the sex jokes, but he's basically the same. I mean, how many things are getting hit here? Alright, I'll allow it. This time. He's doing 1,000 calculations every minute, and they're all wrong. Like, He is kind of like a man child in real life. Like he was at a I was trying to find him at the last TwitchCon in San Diego. So I called him. I was like, "What hotel are you at?" or whatever. And he's like, "I'm at this one." I was like, "Okay, well, there's two. So which one are you at?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll just meet you downstairs." And I was like, "Okay, well, that doesn't really help me, you know." And he's like, I was like, "Okay, well, I see a giant group of like 100 people. Are you by that one?" They're like kind of close. And he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm at that one." I was like, "Okay." So I'm like kind of looking around, and I'm like, "Well, you're not here." I'm like, "I'm at the entrance. You're not here." I was like, "Just put Amanda on the phone." He's like, no. We got this." I'm like, "No, just put Amanda." I was getting really annoyed. It's like, "Just put Amanda on the phone so you can tell me which one you're at or where you are. Like, you clearly don't know the answer to either of these questions." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the other one." It was whatever. There's like two, whatever. I can't remember. Courtyard, Marriott, two Marriotts. I don't know what the hotel was. I can't remember. And I went to the other one, and then he's there, like out front finally. And I'm like, "There are no people here. There's nobody. There's not a single person. Why would you think that?" He's like, "There's a group of people over there." I was like, "There's 3 people. I just had to wade through a sea of 300 people. So why would you say, why would you say you're at the one with 100 people in front of it?" He's like, "Okay. Like, okay. Well, next time give Amanda the phone. Next time just give me the address of the hotel you're at, and I'll just put that into my phone and walk there. Or Uber there, perhaps, if I feel so inclined." Big rock. Oh, yeah. I think I said that at one point. I was like, "Is there a gigantic boulder? Is there a big rock?" And he's like, "Yeah, there's a big rock. There was like a pebble." He's like, "This rock's pretty big. This rock's pretty big." It's like, "No, actually, it's not. The rock's tiny." And now I can understand why he thinks his wiener is so big. Boom, roasted. How's Amanda deal with that? Luckily, through some sort of cosmic freak occurrence, he's generated 2 beautiful, healthy, intelligent, lovable children, and at that point you're kind of tied into the, you know. And you know, it's like he streams, you know, 22 hours a week alone in the room. She probably gets a lot of nice time taking like a hot bath, drinking like a nice glass of wine. She probably do okay. Oh, that's a big one. Man has 2 children, and these children one day will stumble upon clips of his stream. I kind of worry a little. They're for sure going to get bullied. Unless we eliminate bullying, which I would prefer. If we could just eliminate the bullying altogether, that would be my preference. But yeah, for sure, it ain't going to be good for those kids. Imagine finding a VOD about your dad loving wolf pussy. God, that ain't gonna be good for them. That ain't gonna be good. What's the context? This is Dreads. Do you know Dreads? He streams Arena too. He's my friend. And some percentage of what we're talking about it is actually just memes. But some percentage is also probably, you know, some portion of reality. Do I double trade this? I'm just gonna double trade it. It looks awful, I know. But the alternative is to like use Frostbite, use Thrusty Companion. It's just, now I have a Glaciate next turn. Now I have a Prison of YOGG. We take a little hit here to gain a little bit of flexibility going forward. Oh, I'd love a Hex. That looks like a good Hex. I didn't get a Hex. I'd love a Devolving. Now, is it worth looking for a Devolving? Sometimes they snap concede. You point the Hex at it. Unfreezes. Requires a Hex. I think bullying is wrong, but maybe it would have been beneficial for Dreads. Oh, I mean, come on. Undoubtedly, he definitely got bullied, right? Not that I... Oh, I thought he drew it from that. Not that I, again, condone bullying. But it's just like, you know... That was a guy that wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. He was only allowed to watch... PBS and C-SPAN as a kid. He most of what he knows about pop culture came from Arthur and Bill Nye and Mr. Rogers. It's not bullying when it's against Dreads. Okay, it's not bullying when it's just the truth. If you're just talking about things that happened, what I described from TwitchCon, that's just what happened. That wasn't like, oh, that's... I'm just describing my experience with him. Somebody said, what's he like IRL? That was it. This isn't like You know, fuck that guy. Oh, you know, it's just like, hey, here was an exchange between two adult men, and one was annoyed and confused, and the other was petulant and difficult, needlessly difficult. Oh, nice freeze. Mechs cost, dude. You can, oh. Could have certainly been better. I suppose, in a sense, it could have been worse too. And I do have the mech reduction, which is nice, right? They didn't bully him because they were afraid that he would like it. Yeah, probably. He probably enjoyed it. Alright, next turn I'm bringing the heat. Well, not next turn, next turn I'm bringing the heat. Ysera? Ysera one way or another. Never lucky. I'm just gonna take this.
You don't pick the ones.
2. Sorry, I just saw that thing disappear. 2 Sunspot Drakes. That's not active. Wait, that's active? Spell damage?
The wand picks you.
Snipe? 4, 5. Pressure plate's not in. Hat trick is.
You don't pick the ones.
Okay, sure. 3 card versus 10. He's still playing. Maybe the remaining cards in his deck are a Raid Boss Onyxia and a sort of crab. Close. You think that somebody's gonna keep 3 cards in their hand only for more than one turn in this?
That's incredible.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
The wand picks
Oh, no. Yes, Sarah. Now why is Awakens? Now we have to play the game? This is ridiculous. Honestly, ridiculous. Hex? I'd cast a Hex. Let's deal with this thing. Deal 9 to it. 9, but now I can't Frostbite it. But that's fine. Get it out of here. It clogs up the... Don't stand in the fire too, anyway. Uh-oh. Jingle Bell boy's back. Oh my god, I can hear him tearing up the screen door. I'm gonna have to pay for that with my deposit. What are you doing, dude? Alright, I can't attack face, but I guess it doesn't matter. Has he awakens? He didn't cast anything. Alright, I'm gonna give him his awakens. Or am I? Maybe I can... Oh god, I don't have that much mana. Eviscerate or Snowball? Yeah, I think I take a Snowball. You could have a Totem too. I know he's gonna awakens, but we have to have him cast his awakens at some point. It's like waiting for a cat door, now he's gonna make his own, yeah. I heard him, he's like grabbing it, he's like... Like, okay, dude. Usually he just meows politely, now he's getting an attitude. Comes in, tears up the screen door. Comes in, tears up the couch. You know? Sometimes you gotta assert your dominance. I taught him well. I taught him well.
before the storm.
Gonna turn off the internet over there. This could screw me if I try to freeze it. And shoot it down to 5. Can't believe I'm playing this game still. Well fed. This guy, he's not a big dude. He's not a big dude. Make himself at home. Oh yeah. Oh god. Here, you like chopping this too, don't you? Here. Destroy the Nintendo controllers. My board's where? I don't want to draw is my issue. Rush, taunt? I don't want to draw. I'm just gonna take this and get it next turn. I'm gonna do this. And I'm going to just totem. I always have this, right? Like I can always whack off a large portion of the board. Oh my god, I just listened to this song. This is not good. I just listened. This is... I'm gonna switch this, although I was kind of enjoying it. I just... Really remind me. I don't like it, but... I can't play that on stream. Good lord, that went on for so long. Okay, I don't know about that. Here we go. Cat Vasily? America. That was Trump. Somebody like took one of his speeches and made a song out of it. It's a good tune though. I didn't realize. I apologize. I mean, my guys can't freeze again. His guys can, right? I guess it's possible that it just destroys my board. That's possible too. Wait, now I don't do anything. Okay, I'm losing it. Gets a card. That's not great. Asphyxiate kills a thing. Wait, it really doesn't feel like it did much for me there. Alright, the cat man. He wants to go out? No, he wants to go in the fireplace. Alright, looks like we're having cooked cat for dinner. Why? How? 3/3? Wait, does he not kill it? Oh, he has nightmare. Oh my god, Red! I'm just kidding. Come on. You know how, like, you say, like, you're gonna eat somebody up because, they're so cute? 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 1, 13. I might need that. So cute seeing him back there. Yeah, that's good. Now I do think... Oh, God. He's going... Nope. He's going absolutely crazy. How are we losing this game? That's the best that's ever gonna be. I have nothing on board, so it can't really, like... Oh, that's so bad. This one. Okay. Oh! I have innervate. Overdraft, huh? Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, let's do this. And this. Okay, big dog, I gotta put him out. I mean, he wants to go out. I won? Oh, nice. Rag every menacing Nimbus. This guy's too lucky. This cat man... He was sniping, because why did he concede? Well, we had 4 0 mana 8/8s cast when drawn in a game of Fatigue with, I think, another... Did I have another prison charge? I might have had another prison charge. I don't think he was likely to win from there. But yeah, let's go with sniping. It kind of helps the Redbeard, kind of like, oh, Redbeard's always getting sniped. We should push that narrative, because then when I lose, it makes me feel less bad. It doesn't have to be my fault. It could just be somebody else cheating. You know what I mean? But I would imagine that they just knew they were dead because they're just going to die to it. An 8/8 or one turn or the next turn, every other turn. 8/8 for a while. Fine with that. What is that? 3 mana 3/3? Yeah, not exactly what I want. I guess if I get a 2-drop overload, is there even one I would care about casting here? Even if I got draw, I think I would totem. These actually kind of get countered by this. X a bolt? I don't really want a bolt here.
The wand.
Could play that. This is a good card at some stage of the game. It's overloading a bit at least, right? Silence any minion attacked by this, so he silences it before.
The dragons come, and we are many.
Dragons come and we are many. Yeah, I mean,
Who is next on
swings and then kills my guy. What are you gonna do? I get half of his reborn. I guess if he swings into my silenced, my frozen minion and it gets silenced, he can unfreeze it for me. The frog sounds like a fart when it attacks. Hey Jazz, how are you, man? Jazz, you know what I think sometimes? Can I tell you the honest to goodness truth? Sometimes I think that I might like you more than you like me. Is that okay to say? Silences it? But I already get to kill something. He want oh, this one. Alright, he wants to go out for sure. Come here, dude. Never meow. Okay, I looked back, sorry. What's going on here? I can trade one and keep one to give him an extra +1/+1. Or I can shoot one, play the 5. Should gunk him up a little bit, right? Maybe. Same amount of power for him, slightly less power for me, but the totems could matter. You seem like a cool guy, but I guess that's possible. Hey, thanks, man. What a nice thing to say. What a nice thing to say. He forges, we trade, and then we have this plus a buttload of other stuff. Or I could do this. Let's just do this now because we're guaranteed to we're guaranteed to have the board right now. Recent Google polls show that Redbeard gets sniped 1 out of every 359 games. Oh, it's definitely, for sure, like memes aside, it's definitely more than that. Alright, I'm going back here. I think he actually went out. Annoying weapon? I think it's cool. It's a cool duel's treasure. 3 mana, 3/3. It was good for him there for sure, right? I mean, he probably just loses outright if he doesn't have it, which, you know, feels kind of fair. Jade Lightning dealing 4. Couldn't have left up my mighty totems. If he freezes the whole board, that would be annoying. I'm already pushing the Redbeard as a fart lover narrative. I can't do both. Yeah, chat really pushed that narrative and really went with it. That won't do anything, right? Okay, maybe destroy my whole fucking board. He's playing so fast. He's either like, you know, supercomputer designed to whoop my ass, or who knows? Not good. Kinda good. Not good, and oh, incredibly good, just in the nick of time. Destroy, wow. Redbeard did great. Destroy his, why did I have a discount? Oh, from the Glacial Advance, sick. Why do boards die to Lightning Storm so often? They need to give more health to Redbeard's minions. Totally fine, as long as I get my Glaciate, and my Glaciate eats his guy. Hacker, we got a hacker on our hands too here. Just think about that for a moment. Anything other than Wind Chill would be good. Yeah, Lightning Storm just clears boards for 100 years, man. Is 3 the threshold this meta? I mean, it's been the threshold for 10 years. Like, they had to buff it to just deal 3 so it wouldn't low roll and not kill things at 2, right? I tried sniping you a few times. It turns out I'm as bad at queuing into Redbeard as everything else in life. Oh, that's sad. You're good at things, aren't you? I don't know what those things are. I certainly haven't seen any evidence of any of them, but certainly some. Bloop, just disappears. Up and vanished like a fart in the wind. It's like Speed Arena. This is like... Wow, that was fast. It was like so much the opposite of watching Dreads. And I'm not trying to pick on... Dreads play so slow. That was like 2 supercomputers battling it out. I think I played against this guy 4 times today. We got 10 wins. Cards are a lot better when they only hit enemy minions. Same reason like Puzzle Box of YOGG Saron can be shit, and Rune of the Archmage is almost always good. Because the asymmetric board clears are bad.
Welcome to Dog Poop in the Mouth.
It's the reason like Primordial Drake is bad
30
now.
months, 10 wins.
It's the reason...
Blea di blu di blea blea dubla.
Blah, 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 blah.
30 30 30 30 30 30 30 30 30 30.
Thank you, Mighty, for the 30 months. Mighty 3000. 30 months. That's very cool. Thank you. There was a 6 mana 3/3 elemental. If you played an elemental, deal 3 damage to like both sides of the board. There's a dragon right now. If you're holding a shadow and a holy spell, deal 3 damage to both sides of the board. All those cards suck. And Lightning Storm's good because it only kills his and leaves me with the 1/2. So it's just Lightning Storm being OP then? Should probably go back to Overload 2? Yeah, I mean, wasn't it originally 2 or 3 damage, Overload 2? And now it's deal 3 damage, Overload 1? Like, it's so much better. I talk about it sometimes whenever anybody's willing to listen to old Red Turd. But, ooh. This is one of the things that makes balancing things in Hearthstone or card games in general, but Hearthstone is what we're talking about, so hard. Because plus or minus 1 mana, or like 1 future mana, is such a big deal. Like, if this was a 4 mana 5/4 that summoned 2 3/3s, it would be the best card ever printed. If this was a 6 mana 5/4 that summoned 2 3/3s, it would be so much worse. Like, I'm gonna play this card on curve. It's like changing just like 1 mana, or like making this thing a 1/2 makes it unplayable in Arena. Making it a 2/3 makes it absurdly overpowered. It's like you have to ride that very fine line, and you don't always have that much flexibility with changing the numbers. And that's where you get a lot of issues with balance. It's like if you make this card a 2 mana 3/2, it's the best 2 mana 3/2 ever printed tempo wise, maybe, or maybe this card's not even a good example because it's not a great card. But you give it 1 health and it becomes a great card, which you like almost never pass. But you take a great card and make this card 3/3, and it's like the best 2 ever printed. You make Wind Chill cost 0, and this is the best card ever printed. You have like this very small margin. Shaman also had access to spell power, and minions were smaller back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, but things still just died to it. I mean, this is chat with their anecdotal evidence, and I'm feeding into it and supporting them. But yeah, like board just always dies to 3 damage, I know what they're saying, Do I ever get lucky for once in my life? Decent. Just a heads up. This is a heal a zillion lock. You only healed for 1, 2, 3, 4, a zillion. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, and plus another 2 there. I've been hit by this card at least twice this meta, maybe thrice. Every time it feels so fucking annoying. Oh, I got a cool legendary. Boom. Immediately destroyed. Why? Why does that happen to me? Kind-hearted, benevolent Redbeard. Shouldn't it be happening to someone else? Evil? Nefarious Dreads? It's almost better to freeze this one and try to get that trade, but it's not going to happen. I'm just going to take an extra 2. Stop wind chilling me. Ah, good draw. I don't have to totem. It'd be great as a 1/2, because it's a 1 mana 2/2 that draws a spell to hand. It's OP. Brothers.
Dear summons us.
Oh dear, summons us. I trade 1. I don't stand in the folk and fire. Ah, dude, I know what I'm gonna get. Shit. That didn't work. I guess I can freeze it. It's never gonna work. I could take it back. Fuck.
Did someone sound?
I could take it back, but it's just not gonna live. He's just gonna get another one. Kind of felt like I was kind of close like half a turn ago. Now I kind of feel like I'm dead. 9, 16. Is this enough? We better pray it's enough. 5, 10. It's not enough. It's not even enough to kill this stuff, man. Maybe it's enough depending on where this goes. Couldn't you reincarnate to get rid of freeze? Yeah, I brew his card back. Then he kills it, then he gets more things. That's kind of what we were talking about. He just gets more 8/8s. You lose slower that way, probably. But you lose a higher percentage of the time. Why do I always draw the giant on turn 1? I don't know, but I've had the giants. I think I've summoned 2 in a game that that had already been decided. Give him an 8/1. Okay. I whiffed on both. I needed the guy that ate his guy. I actually have no frost spells left. I've drawn all of my frostbites, all of my wind chills, and all of my glaciates. So that's kind of a bummer. That is also a bummer.
Who is next on the chopping block?
I mean, is there any value really in brewing that back? We're gonna lose to Snow Flipper Penguin. Well, I think we're gonna lose to a high roll Hodir, low roll 4 or 5 cards of our own. This stupid Forge of Wills. I'm trying to buy time to just find prison and then, you know, miraculously win a game that we don't deserve. Well, we do deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. But once I find my prison next turn, it'll all be worth it. Could get a snowfall if I miss. Freeze the board. Oh, how cute. I got my son a Shitzor. Oh, I can't really do anything. I can't even draw a card. So that has to come down.
Hodir summons us.
And then what? I have to remove something from the board. And then I die. 10's good. We may get 11. We will have 2 losses while we have 10 wins. Why not brew him back? Because I need an 8/8 on the board to not die. You're dead on board if you brew it back to the sludge. Instead of my life going to 0, my life goes to 1. Why not brew him back? Why would you want to brew him back there? We're gonna die, bro.
Someone sound.
If you're dead on board, you can draw them all for sure. That's great. That's spectacular news. You can draw them all. Okay, you want to brew them back? You want to take our 8/8s off the board? Okay, fine. You missed lethal. Not that it matters. No, he's probably just styling on our pathetic asses, throwing away 0 mana 8/8s just to show how far ahead he is. But we're really, the only thing we've done for the last 6 turns is try to prolong the game to get a Prison of YOGG. Now, again, we could have probably drawn 1 more card if we gave up a bunch of resources to eat our Kolagarn, to brew his guy back, to like save 8 health, to have him get another 4 8/8s in his deck. Sure, you could do that. You probably get 1 more card draw, but your odds are still quite low. And let's say, I think the odds are higher that he doesn't have an answer to Kolagarn, Keck W. And then you can actually brew it back and then play it and remove it and get the value, and then you don't outright lose. The odds of either one working out for you are very, very low. Which I would say this run, very few of our prisons have kecked us. And it does feel very powerful when it actually does tangibly beneficial things for you. Typically it destroys my own board. I'm just hoping not to see a Warlock. Because a Warlock deck with sludges, you kind of can't really beat. But you also kind of can't play against. So it's like kind of twofold. You lose the game and you don't get to participate in it. But I've had some good sludge decks that had... I didn't draw my sludges until turn like 4 or 5. Some. Seems like every opponent has every sludge on every turn, every time, but we definitely don't all have it, right? If this thing lives, we can Rusty Companion it, although I don't expect it to live. Okay. No. Wait, what's he doing? No! I was so excited. Alright, I'll play this shitter. Play this Omega shitter. What is this song? What are these things? What are these things that are getting played? We got like a Trump remix. My political affiliations notwithstanding. No comment. We got a Trump remix, which was actually pretty catchy, little synthwave song. And this is by somebody called Clinton Affair. And the song is called Megan. What is YouTube doing to me tonight? Clinton Affair. It's a pretty good song too. I don't know if Megan was a person. I remember Monica Lewinsky. Warlock's so boring. I mean, this is the same Warlock that was present in the last meta, right? So, yeah, I agree. It is kind of boring. Another wand maker. I keep picking up the wand makers, which excuse my my desire, my necessity to totem. App is fine. Full on Evil's fine. And maybe this time we get lucky with a Glaciate? What do we want? Proto Drake or something? I'll just take a Proto Drake. Didn't I just... Oh, that's what happened. They killed my... That's what happened last game. They just killed my thing for free. That was such dookie. Alright, I'm gonna take this one. If he kills it for free, I get a 4-5 at least. It's like a crappy Proto Drake. At least it has taunt, I guess. Silence. It could be worse. At least get to attack, right? Could be worse. It's... Oh, wait, I already have this card. Do I have another... I do. Oh, I have terrible elementals I don't want to pull. It's kind of funny. Probably find something here. What is he? He's a beast and an elemental? I could get the Living Prairie, but I didn't play an elemental last turn. Give me some help here. Yeah, I'll take the zap here. It allows me to kill this if I want. Can I have my other card now, please? Lightning Storm. We just talked about how badly we need Lightning Storm all the time. I don't need it now, but I may not need it, but I'll take it, right? I don't want to hit him in the face. That's stupid. Overloaded for a lot here. I hate Tidal Wave. Like, you hate it being played against you, or you hate it being offered to you? It's kind of both, right? Like, when it's played against you, it's always good, and when you take it, it's just dog shit. It's one of those cards where... It's like those type of cards that really benefit players that are behind a lot. And sometimes it just lines up perfectly and clears your whole board, fully heals them, and then you have it and it doesn't do shit. I hate it existing. I don't mind it existing. Because it's a cool card to have, like, in the pool from random effects. I only have 5 mana here. I don't know how that's even possible. And I'm digging. I guess I'd rather... I don't know which one. I want them both to take damage. People overdraft it. It's not good. I never want to be in the position where it's good for me. Yeah. I get the feeling that Arena's more aggressive now. I'm not sure what that means. But no. It's not an aggressive meta. It's a very high value meta, I think. Last meta felt very aggressive. I mean, it's like aggressive and attrition and value and all these things. Like, they kind of don't mean anything anymore. Like, every deck's aggressive when it plays like a sludge into a 4-mana 7/7. But it's not like an aggressive deck. You just have a couple of overstated cards that just completely dump on you. You know? That's like not the same thing, I don't think. Like, when your opponent's playing a 4-mana 6/6 that summons a 6/6 and they both have Rush, like, yeah, it feels very aggressive, but it's just one card that you can't beat. has twice as many stats as it should, and has rush also for some reason. Now I want tidal wave. Now I want tidal wave. My cards cost more. 8? Big overload heal boy. No. No different from Nether or Plague of Death. Tidal wave?
It will not come closer.
I think Tidal Wave is a lot worse than those cards on average, but there are times where it feels like the thing, you know. Kind of needed that. Kind of needed that. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I could get a title 6/6 thing. Tumbleweed. Crashing Thunder. Does that do it? I mean, I don't have to overload. I can use it this turn. And I get to hit him in the face a little. Suppose I could do this first, huh? I could cast this, it would be pretty good. If I could cast this, it would be pretty good. I'll just take Runic Carvings. That card feels so fair. It's annoying. I want to draw a dragon, but I can't cast it on this. I can cast it on this, though. Is Kazakhstan fixed? Yeah, he is. Kazakhstan is fixed. Man, I've drafted a couple Warlocks. They never have Sludge. Okay, that's not true. They usually have Sludge. They never have full-blown Evil. Every Warlock deck you face is just the exact same thing. Because if they don't have all of these nutty things and draw them, like on turn 2, 3, 4, they can't win. Which was what Demon Hunter was like, which is why every game felt like you were playing against Wolves. I think this arena meta could be vastly improved by adjusting Warlock specifically. Honestly, losing to Rogue doesn't feel as bad because it's like, is it Drilly? Is it Tess? Is it Seraphine? Is it Velorock? Are they playing Swashbuckler? Are they playing Reconnaissance? Like, there's so many things. It just feels, and like, well, maybe you actually got a bad Reconnaissance. Like, it happens. It's like, it's like every game. It's like sludge into sludge into sludge. They always get the same card. It's always good. It's never as good as, you know, the highest high roll from a different class, but it's like always better than the low roll. Is it possible to break the ice here? You want me to break this? Sure. Our old friend. I don't know. At 16, why am I so low? Like, why am I so low? I've drafted 5 Warlocks this meta, I've never got any Sludge. Well, yeah. And then it's like, you just retire them, or you play it and you go 1 and 3, because you don't have the good cards, so nobody sees them, right? Like 3 people saw them. And the only decks that win are the decks that have sludge into sludge into sludge into full clear into full clear. Kill your guy, heal your board. Like they all have the same exact cards. So you see the same cards. Always wheels. It's always wheels here. Maybe you can't kill it. Maybe it's like I can't tap because if I miss, I die. Maybe I have to double trade, maybe. I guess you could always bump and shoot it once. Bad Warlock stinks? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 9. He only has 4 mana here. He only has 6 mana here. I can Lightning Storm that. I can put him to 5. If I Lightning Storm, then I can't play my... I can't play my 7s. I could play a real minion. He barely killed the last minion. Oh man, I could play... So it's either this and this, or Storm and a bunch of 2/2s without Overload. So what does he have? It's a stupid mech and a stupid thing. Let me play my giant. Can you imagine casting cards in Hearthstone? And they have overload, so you actually have to pay a price. You're actually paying a price that prevents you have to make like meaningful decisions. Storm and a bunch of 2/2s, yeah, it's safer. Because if you leave up the 2/1, let's say you just leave up the 2/1, you die to Alex, which, yeah, and we haven't seen his legendary. We've seen his legendary, but, you know, some stupid shit could happen. Please. One taunt. One taunt is fine. As long as it can be targeted. Wait, does that kill me? Oh, I didn't die. Okay, cool. Yeah, fair game. Feels right. Feels like the better player won. I don't know, dude. I'll take 11. Just please, don't make me play against another warlock. Let a rogue beat me. Let an honorable rogue beat me. Let maybe not a priest. Let an honorable mage. Let an honorable shaman beat me. Honorable kill. Well, his next game. We bet on 12, sure. But you guys can't have 5 minutes. You can have 2, okay? Go, Redbeard, go! Watch it be an honorable druid. Let a Rey Estraza kill me, please. I beg of you. Watch this joke. You ready, Cagneon? Let an honorable demon hunter with wolves kill me. I haven't faced that many. I think I faced one today, or maybe one yesterday, but... Okay, maybe not wolves. This is a bet for 12. Yeah, so like, will we win this game? Are we gonna win this game? I was happy I could finally bet on pink. Kiablo, everybody hit the follow button. I promise you, I need the support. I need it. Demon Hunter still exists? Yes. I just tuned in. You're in your last arena for 12. If you win, I sub. Well, I had a 12 win to start the night. It was incredible. So I figure why not end with another incredible 12 win run? Diablo, this one's dedicated to you. Let's do it. I'm ruining my YouTube video, but I do gotta pee. I'm gonna queue up, and I kind of just assume I'm gonna get a long queue. Hopefully.
Thrall versus Rexa.
Let the hounds sing along for Doomhammer.
Okay, I'm here. That hand. Oh, it's a hunter. Okay, cool. We'll beat the hunter. Never mind about losing to an honorable opponent. Nobody said hunter. I'd rather lose to a hunter than a warlock. Let me put it this way. I'd rather beat everyone. But if I'm gonna lose, I'd rather lose to a hunter than a warlock at this point. Buff hunter. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, McCall, and it always gives him the other one too. And they always have the same stuff. But that's okay. Could just totem here, too. Seems like a turn to overload. I need to grab my cola. Wait a minute. What happened? He forged. Oh, so it's the secret card? Oh. Secret card. Secret card. Rather totem than shockhopper. I'll also be on camera in just one moment. Hit here. Explosive's really annoying. Hit here, explosive is still annoying. Rank Redbeard. I think I'm ranked number 1 right now. We got the mighty YOGG to save us. You know what? Oh my god, it wasn't the secret card. Wait, can I have my card back? Holy shit, that screws me. Oh my god, that screws me. I thought it was gonna be the secrets. It kills that for free. I play this. I can overload next turn, but I have to float like the rest of my turn. Okay, we can take 6. 6 is fine. Did the prison deliver this run? It hasn't been terrible. It's been good in a couple of games. We haven't had it that much, I don't feel like. Or like the games we've had it, we didn't need it. Easy points? Dude, your points are already... Oh, fuck. I was gonna say your points are already gone, but maybe easy points. On curve Ignis. A totem. I can draw a totem. I have to overload. That feels terrible. All run, I've been overloading like a chump. Had an elemental in my hand. Did you pick 5 or 10? I mean, we don't know. We'll see. I would typically take 10. But it's going second and, well, maybe he doesn't think he was behind. Oh, fuck. I need a hex. Hex me, Redbeard. That's not even good. Oh my god!
That's incredible.
No hex. Glaciate. Glaciator. Glaciator. These cards change the game. Change how you have to play. I mean, you can't beat the weapon, regardless of how much heal you have, if they're summoning 8 drops. What you can do, potentially, is... Hit him in the face for a large chunk of damage. I have to hope he didn't get the 8 drops. I have to hope I get a hex at some point in my godforsaken life. Drafted one, didn't I? It's gotta be decent.
Here comes the drop.
I can hit. Depending on what he gets, I can push face damage. Like the face damage stops the Ignis weapon from being as good.
Here comes the drop.
Holy shit. I don't want to brew back a 5-4. That's too much. You can just trade this, get a million taunts, and they're all buffed. Harrison Jones. I mean, I'm never breaking the weapon. Gotta kill him before he can cast it, or put him in a position where he can't really use it. If his life is low enough and it doesn't have immune or lifesteal and it's Wind Fury, he might die, right? Then the dragon to scare him. Well, I'm not gonna float mana. My totem just ate his 3 damage and a card. That's a bit better than 1 mana and float a mana to do nothing. I mean, I'm gonna scare him when I'm killing him. There's no way he left this up. There's no way he's allowing me to do this. I guess he didn't leave it up. Okay, so I can play YOGG and shoot his face, win the game on the turn, you know, on the spot. Or I can frostbite his guy, put him to 9. Play a glaciate. That's pretty good too, actually. You know what? Fuck it. Why win the game on the spot when you can do some other stuff? Kind of thought we'd get a rag or something. YOGG will win us a game, it might. This is the most excited I've ever been playing Hearthstone in my entire life. Can you tell? 2 taunts. Lord of the Rings, the 2 taunters. No! Ugly bug. Shooting me. Hit. 3, 6, 10, 14. How does that ever conceivably clear this whole board and not die? YOGG would be cool. We're gonna YOGG next turn. Or we just kill him. Maybe he doesn't have an answer. Doesn't have 2. Oh, he had 1. This is lethal. No longer lethal. It's still lethal. Darn it. So do we YOGG for fun or do we just win the game? I'm just gonna win the game. It's the end of the night. Sorry. Sorry, chat. I really am sorry. I've never been more embarrassed. Oh, I almost missed that. Never been more embarrassed about anything in my life. Win the game! I want my points! I want my points! Okay, fine. Here's your win. Here's your precious 12 wins. And that one guy said he would sub, which means Redbeard might be eating meat. Hey, Chiablo with the prime. El Chiablo, thank you so much, man. What a crazy run. No YOGG, I'm gonna unsub. I did YOGG. I got lethal with YOGG. Weren't you watching? Always believe in red. I gotta mark this for YouTube.